Hi lovelies, welcome back to Lifestyle Chapter. Today I'm going to share with you this simple and delicious one-pot chicken and rice recipe. This is a recipe that can be made during weeknight or weekdays. It's something that takes a very shorter time to get it done, especially if you have some leftover stews or sauces but you don't have the rice and you want something nice to be made for the family. This is a to-go recipe to get that done. So to start with, I have my chicken drums. I'm using chicken drums for this recipe. You can use any part of the chicken. For this recipe, I have made some incisions on it and I have skinned out the chicken. You can leave the skin on, that is okay as well. Here I'm going to season the chicken, so I'm putting on some onion powder. I'm also adding on some garlic powder. And here I have some paprika that I'm adding onto it. And also I have here some all-purpose seasoning. I'm using the Old Bay all-purpose seasoning. And to that, I'm adding on some black pepper and some salt to taste. So these are the spices, and also I'm adding on some extra virgin olive oil to help it marinate well into the chicken. So I'm going to use my hands. I've washed my hands well, and I'm massaging the spices onto the chicken. With the incisions, it helps the spices to get to the chicken well and to the bone so that it will taste great. So that is what I'm doing now, making sure all the spices go well into the chicken. That is why I have used my hands for that. And so it is all done. I'm setting it ready. And then I'll put my pot on fire with some oil in it. Here the oil is hot enough, so I'm putting in the chicken. I'm going to sear the chicken. Or fry it a little bit for it to cook. Here I'm trying to turn it. I've seared the other half for about 3 to 4 minutes. So I'm turning over so I'll get every part of it seared as well. Now it is all done. I'm taking it out of the pot. Mind you, it is not fully fried. It has some freshness in it, but I'll put it back into the pot. So at this time, I'm taking it out. But you can also fry it thoroughly. If you're not comfortable with this, you can fry your chicken thoroughly and you're good to go. So I have my chicken out. The same oil, I'm adding in some onions that I chopped. So I'm going to fry these onions until they are caramelized. And this will take about 3 to 4 minutes. I'll continue to stir so it doesn't get burnt. And to that, I have my jasmine rice. You can use any rice of choice. You can use basmati rice, any rice, brown rice, anything that you want. any rice that you want, you can use it for this recipe and it will come out beautifully. So I have here my jasmine rice, which I've already washed nicely, and I've added it to it. Here I'm stirring it up nicely together for it to combine well with the onions in there. And to that, I'm going to add in some all-purpose seasoning. If you have any spice that you love to cook with, you can add it to make the rice smell great. So I have here some all-purpose seasoning that I've added to it. I'm continuously stirring it nicely for it to combine beautifully. And also I'm adding on some paprika. I'm just doing this to get a little bit of color to the rice and also fragrance. So I'll stir everything up nicely and gently together. And then I'll put back the chicken into the rice. I'll put everything in there. That is the chicken that I seared before, or the one fried before. So I have everything in the pot. And a little bit of the stock on the chicken, I've added that too. If you have any stock, you can add it to the rice as well to give it more taste. And then I'm adding in some water. So the water is going to cook the rice and the chicken at the same time. Here you have to make sure your water is not too much, and it will all depend on how much rice you're cooking and the water it goes with it. Here I will add on some salt to help cook the rice. But mind you, we have some salt on the chicken, so you don't put in too much salt for it to be salty. And then you stir everything up nicely and gently together. I'm testing to see if the salt is okay. It looks good. So here I have my aluminum foil that is going to help my rice cook nicer and faster. So I've covered it with the lid of the pot and back to it to check on the rice. This is how the rice is looking. It is not yet done, but I need to stir it up so that the bottom doesn't get burnt. So that is what I'm trying to do. Stirring the rice and the chicken up nicely. Look how beautiful it's looking already. And here I'm going to add on some fresh chopped parsley. If you have any vegetables of choice, you can add it to it at this point to give it more flavor and fragrance and for it to taste super great. But here, because I want my kids to enjoy this rice, they wouldn't want to see the vegetables in there. So I decided to put in just the parsley. That doesn't look too scary for them. So you can add any vegetables of choice to it, like green peppers, carrots, anything that you want to add it to make it more sweeter and nicer. So our rice is all done. Lovelies. I'm dishing it out on a plate. Look how beautiful it's looking. And my chicken as well. You can have this with any leftover sauce you have, or you can eat it on its own, and I tell you, you will enjoy it. I'm going to have this with my black pepper sauce. That's shito. That's how we call it in Ghana. And it's going to be super delicious. So lovelies, you can always make this recipe when you feel tired, but you want something nicer to eat, especially during the week after work, and you want your family to enjoy something nice. You can always go for this, and I bet you will love it. I can't wait to taste, and I'm enjoying this. And I tell you, when I made it, my kids really loved it because they couldn't see more of the veggies in there, but they could chew the chicken so well because the chicken is so soft, and the food tastes really good. I hope you enjoy watching. Bye.